venues. You can't get a better place to fight in.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. And we're underway in round one. There's a counter shot. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Swing and a miss with that hook. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. Punch, counter punch. So much firepower here. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Benn in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. There's the bell for round two. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Do you believe what we are seeing? Beautiful counter punch. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
If you're an outside fighter, you've got to use that straight jab, the straight right hands, the straight left hands. Doing it that way, it makes it so awkward for anybody to try and pin you down or even predict which way you're moving.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. The straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Benn in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to... Let's get it started in round three. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That counter punch caught him clean. The straight right just misses. A perfect counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Think of holding on here for a minute. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Benn in that. Here's the bell to start round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They exchange punches. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
The straight right just misses. Missing with the hook. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
How about that time counter shot? Well done with that counter shot. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. A perfect counter lands. Just missed with that hook. Counter punching. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This round stick. Down goes Benn! And as we take another look, it's this punch right here that sealed the deal.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's talk about Benn in that last round. Let's see. Time for the 5th round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
That counter shot lands. Good counter punch. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Nice counter. The straight right just misses. jab away. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around her. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Incredible work rate. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Benn in that last round. Let's start the sixth. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Missing with the hook. Beautiful counter shot. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Catch and shoot. Right hook catching air. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Nice counter shot. And Benn just got rocked. He just got rocked big time. He's seeing stars, but can he stand? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Benn in that last round. Here we go. It's round 7. That 1 minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
He threw a punch and just got countered. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a clutch. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Jab slightly off target. Stamina is off the charts. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Nice counter punch right up the middle. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Benn in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight, and they come down to that.
You cannot...
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
What are they doing that round? Are they trying to get an early night? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in 1. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
They miss with the jab. Nice counter punch. Misses with the straight left. Beautiful counter shot. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
The straight right just misses. Oh, Leonard just got rocked. Looks like they've shaken it off.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell them when they go back to the corner?
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Down goes Sugar Ray Leonard. How about that impact? Let's see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4. Can you continue?
They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. We knew it was going to be close, but that's as close as it gets. No one wins, no one loses. This fight ends in a draw.
A draw? Ooh, listen to that crowd. Nobody's happy with that. Why? Because the build-up was ridiculous. The things that were said were ridiculous. But these two fighters were evenly matched. And this is why we got a draw. One thing is for certain, we're going to do it all over again.